and welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. So, as you can see, things are a little crazy right now, but that's okay. This is why I vlog, because it can be imperfect. Trying to film like sit-down videos is a lot harder, and so vlogging is just my jam. Love it. So thank you guys for watching in advance. So last night I started The Shadow Wife by Diane Chamberlain, and I am so enjoying this book. It is so good. It's about a woman who is a social worker in a hospital, and she's got two good guy friends that are also social workers in the hospital. And one of them was married to her best friend. She had set them up, and they were married. The woman, his wife, had an aneurysm giving birth to their son. And so now his wife is in, I wouldn't call it a vegetative state because she is responsive, but she is very, very disabled. And so I think this might count as disability rep in the Summer Fling prompts, but it's kind of a stretch, but I'm going to count it for that. And so we're seeing him dealing with that because he's got his baby who's now like a year old, and he is a single parent because her personality is completely gone. She was a doctor, and at least what we see, she can kind of get excited when people come in, but she can't verbalize anything, and her responses are very minimal. And so this girl, I don't know what all it says on the back, but she knows a healer that can do magical healing kind of, and she has firsthand experience with this healer. So she asked the healer to come and see if it can help. And so I am really enjoying this. There's also some interesting dynamics going on between her and her guy friend. And they've got a story. They've got some secrets. They've got stuff going on. And I am just very much enjoying this book. And so I think I'm about halfway through. I can't wait to finish it. I'm hoping for a good nap time so I can hopefully knock this out because it's not huge. And Diane Chamberlain is one of my all-time favorite. She writes I would say kind of women's fiction. When I hear women's fiction, I hear a lot of people talking about it like chick lit, and that's not at all how I categorize women's fiction. So I don't know what you think of it, but there's a minimal romance in this so far, and it's really just what would you call it? I would call it women's fiction. If there's a different categorization, let me know what you think, because I love these kind of books, and Diane Chamberlain rocks it. So that is that. This morning, we've just been kind of doing things around the house. Ainsley ate breakfast for ever, and now it's 67 degrees outside. You guys, it's 67 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning on August 3rd. This has probably never happened. So we are going to go outside and come in for lunch and come in for a nap, but otherwise we are going to stay outside because we will not be sweating, and this Ergo baby is Annie's favorite thing, and as far as baby wearing goes, but it's been 100 degrees with a heat index of 110, and so baby wearing is miserable, but in 69 I can handle that. So we're going to spend a lot of time outside, and I will update when I have more to say about this. Everyone, it is Tuesday at almost noon, and we are sitting here at grocery pickup, and we just went to the chiropractor, and finally I got the all clear. So if you've been following my vlogs, I go to the chiropractor at least 3 times a week since Annie has been born because my pelvis got so misaligned, and finally I can walk pain-free. He said it's holding adjustment, and so that is wonderful. Then we're having another beautiful 78-degree day. Perfect. So this morning we went for a walk and we cleaned out my car, which was very, very necessary. And so we're just kind of getting stuff done. But these past 2 days have kind of been those parenting days where it's yesterday we had way too much screen time. Today it's there's so much to do. And so balancing how to prioritize your kids but also get your stuff done is really hard, and I'm not balancing well. So yeah, that's going on. But
as far as reading goes, last night I finished The Shadow Wife by Diane Chamberlain, and I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. This one, like I said, is about a woman who is a social worker in a hospital, and she has a good guy friend who works with her who is also a social worker, and she set up him and his wife, and his wife had a aneurysm while she was having their baby, and so now she is in this like kind of disabled state, and she can respond in some ways, but whatever. And then the woman has experience with a healer, so she asked the healer to come, and we also get the healer's whole story. She was like, this all happened on a like a, I can't think of what they're called, like a commune. Our main social worker character was born on the commune, and the healer was there, and so they have connections to this, and so we get her history as well as like everything in this woman's life. So I'm not making a whole lot of sense, but I loved it. The twist at the end was crazy. I really enjoyed it. I liked all the characters quite a bit, and I don't know what it's lacking to make it 5 stars, but it was very, very good. 4-star read. So I haven't picked up anything yet today. I could have probably been listening to an audiobook either while we were walking or while we were cleaning out my car, but I just didn't, because like I said, like the whole balance of how much attention to pay to my kids versus other things, I mean, you know, I don't know, it's just hard. So I think I will pick something up during nap time, maybe, I don't know. I might also try to use that time to be a little more productive so I can play a little bit more, especially with this beautiful weather. It's like serious FOMO. We just need to be outside all the time. So that is what's going on. I will check in later.
Hey everyone, it is Tuesday evening, and I just finished being on the romance booktuber live show, Read With Me, that happens every Tuesday night, and it was hosted by Sarah from Steeped in Books, so go check out her channel if you didn't see it. It was really fun. I did some crafting while I listened to the roommate problem, and this is an arc that I got from Entangled Publishing. So thank you to them. It comes out next week. And so just in the 40 minutes that we did, I read like a third of it. So it's got to be really quick. I'm not sure how long it is because the Kindle just says like locations. And so I just had the Kindle read to me, which is a little weird. And especially they said like nobody wants to live in misery is what the word said, but Kindle said in Missouri, which just cracks me up as being from Northeast Kansas. Like Missouri is like, you live in Missouri, huh? And yeah, so that just made me laugh. But anyway, so yeah, that was really fun. And this afternoon we just did stuff around the house, kind of. We didn't really do anything. We played outside some, and then I'm trying to come up with like things for Ainsley to do that are not screen related for like while I'm nursing Annie. And so I gave her a bunch of pipe cleaners and a colander and had her like play with that. And I've heard so many people say that entertains their kids for hours. It lasted 3 minutes. So that's what we did for 3 minutes, and then we did some Cosmic Kids yoga, and yeah, and we also did yoga after lunch. So we are limbered up for the day, I would say. So now I'm gonna run downstairs, have a bedtime snack, and then come up, put the girls to bed, and hopefully maybe finish this roommate problem since it's going so quick. So that is it. I will check in tomorrow.
Hey everyone, it is Wednesday morning. I almost said Thursday, and that's like a bummer that it's not, but I finished the roommate problem last night like I had said I thought I was going to. It was only 150 pages. Be right back. Hey everyone, so obviously the scenery has changed a little bit since my last clip. Annie loves the car, but only when it's moving, so when it stops, we can have some problems, as you heard. So as I was saying, I finished the roommate problem last night, and I really liked it, and I'm shocked because it was 150 pages, and I'm normally a hard sell on novellas and short stories and things because I just feel like there's not enough time for them to develop, but I really enjoyed this one, and I gave it 3.5 stars. Just a second, okay? This one is about a guy named August and a girl named Mo. August comes to her door one day and says, "I'm your new roommate," and he's shocked that she is not a guy. And so they have to live together. He has come into town to help his grandma with her flower shop, and he is like a big horticulturist. He likes to plant flowers and that kind of stuff, not as much in the selling side, but he's there to help her. And Mo and his grandmother are very good friends. And so the grandma was up to like some sneaky stuff and was trying to set them up. So the rest of the book is finding out what happens to the flower shop, what happens in their relationship. Both of them have some different issues going on, and I just felt like it was a pretty well done romantic short story or novella for what it was, and I felt like it was pretty good. So that one comes out August 10th, so check that one out. It is by Entangled Publishing, so thank you to them for allowing me to read that early, and that's that. So next I'm going to pick up The Switch by Beth O'Leary. I have that on audio, and I don't know when I will do that though. This morning we went and did grocery pickup because yesterday we had grocery pickup and all of the produce was out. And so I called, it was like, what the heck? And they said they reorganized their produce department so they didn't have it together enough. So we went back today because like 75% of my order was produce. So we went back today, and then we went to do a surprise for Ainsley, which was to go to the park. So we parked like half a mile or a mile away and walked there, and then played at the park, and then walked back. And so that was good. I wish I would have parked a little bit closer just because we spent a lot of time walking and we didn't have a lot of playing time, but that's okay. Now we're home blowing bubbles and that kind of stuff, and just playing in the backyard. And the bubbles are sitting on top of the grass, and I'm sure that means something about the temperature or the humidity or something, but I just think it's really cool. I've never seen that. So we're gonna keep playing for a while, and then I will probably start The Switch during nap time today, so I'll check in later. Hey everyone, it's like 1 o'clock on Thursday, and today is Jeremy and I's anniversary, so that is fun. This morning we filmed a little like judging the book by the cover, and so I will link that up here or down there or somewhere so you can go see that. That was fun. Otherwise, we have been just playing. We did exercise class, we played outside, we have just been enjoying the somewhat nice weather, so that's what we've been doing. And now I'm sitting on my computer outside while Ainsley does some work or some playing. I'm doing some work. And yeah, so I read some of The Switch by Beth O'Leary last night, and I'm just not really liking it. I'm like 30 or 40% of the way through, and I'm just not interested. And the premise is this woman and her grandmother switch. The grandma lives in the country, she lives in London, and so they switch. And it's just that story. And like, I love the movie The Holiday. I just am not really feeling these characters or feeling the story a whole lot. So there's also a lot of the grandma trying to hook up, which cracks me up. And it's funny, but it's also like a little overdone. So that's my thoughts on that. I will probably listen to a little bit more during nap time, and I'll check in later. Hey everyone, it is Friday, thank goodness, and we are outside. I didn't really vlog a whole lot yesterday just because honestly I was reading The Switch and I was not enjoying it. I didn't want to pick it up, and so I was not reading, and we were just kind of doing stuff, nothing too exciting. And then last night was our anniversary, so we ordered takeout, and that was it. And yeah, didn't do like anything exciting, but my husband got me AirPods, which I have never even talked about wanting, and like didn't even, I don't know how he thought of that, but like anniversary gifts, he nails it. One year he got a Super Nintendo, and like I am so not, I'm like not a big gift person, but like he nails it at anniversaries. And I got him a picture frame of him and the girls, and so I felt like he really outdid me this year. So that is awesome. I'm so grateful. I'm excited to use them. I have not used them yet, so that'll be really fun. But I finished The Switch this morning. by Beth O'Leary. And guys, I gave it 2 stars. I didn't like it at all, and I'm really surprised because, like, I know it comes out August 18th, I think, so it's not out yet, but the ratings that are in on Goodreads make it like over 4 stars, and everybody else seems to really like it. My friend Bree from In Love and Words, she read it and she gave it a 3 stars, but the reason is because like the romance is pretty weak, and she said it's like definitely more women's fiction, which it is, but I think all of it is pretty weak. Like there is so the premise is this woman and her grandmother switch places. So the grandma comes to London to live in the city where the girl does, and the girl goes to the country to live where her grandma does. And so they completely switch lives, and like they keep each other's cell phones, which I thought was like, really? Like, I think you can keep your own cell phone. I mean, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And so they go, and like they're both completely immersed in each other's lives, and I just thought it was not realistic. I didn't really care about either of them. I think this book could have really benefited from like 50 pages of like getting to know the characters and the history of the characters prior to the switch, because like we just jumped into it and didn't have any care about it. And so the grandma starts online dating, and so she has like a no strings attached relationship while she's in London, and I thought like that was nice to see, like older people finding love. That was great. And then Lena, the young girl, she has a love story going on, but she's got a boyfriend back in London, and so there's stuff going on there. I don't know, I just honestly didn't care. There's another storyline that is supposed to be like pretty emotional, and I just didn't care at all. So I don't know, 2 stars. I really slogged through it. I had to listen to parts multiple times because I just couldn't focus and didn't care. So yeah, that's that. As you can probably hear, we went on an adventure walk this morning, so we just gathered a bag, and Ainsley she took her own stroller and her own purse and Mickey, and also binoculars just in case we needed it, and we went on a walk around our neighborhood, and I will show you our loot of stuff that we found. And so that was fun. Now we're back doing some more sidewalk paint, and pretty soon we're gonna go feed Annie. I'm moving her in the stroller, if you can tell, to try to make her happy, because once it stops she is not happy. So pretty soon we're gonna go feed her, and then do a little more outside stuff, because today is kind of the last day. It's gonna be mid-80s today, and then it's back into the like high 90s. And so right now it's really muggy, but there is some wind, so that's great. And I have no idea what I'm gonna start as far as reading goes. Maybe nothing, because I'm like really slumpy now after that and don't feel like reading anything. But I've got the Estelle from Forever Publishing. She did a talk with Laura from What to Read Next podcast, and they did a talk, and I wasn't able to attend it, but I do have it recorded, so I want to watch that. That's just about Forever's upcoming things, so I need to watch that. I want to watch some booktube, because Reading Rush, I was within, like before Reading Rush, I was within like 2 or 3 days of caught up, and now I'm back to like 10 days, so I need to do some catch up so it doesn't get to like months like it was before, and that is what I plan to do. I think, I don't know, nap time has been kind of failing lately, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully today will be good, and we'll check in later. Everyone, it is Saturday at 10:15, and I just thought I'd get on because I have sucked at vlogging this week. So yesterday, after we went on our adventure walk, we stayed outside and colored and did that kind of stuff, and then my mom came by for a minute. And anytime my mom comes over and my dad does not, Ainsley always says, "Where's Papa? Where's Papa?" So we had to draw sidewalk chalk papas all over the driveway. She had my mom like just drawing them everywhere. Papa in the sun, Papa this color, Papa that color. And so none of them actually look like that. They're all just stick figures, but it was so funny because she just you can't have one without the other, and this girl loves her Papa so much. And so that is what we did. And then we did lunch and naps, and then got up and I don't even know what we did, but I think I started making dinner early because then last night I had the Friday with Friends on Sarah from Steeped Books channel, and you guys, it was so fun. It was so fun. I will link it down below. If you weren't able to watch it, please go watch it now, because it was me, Bree from Bree Hill or Falling for Romance, Sarah from Steeped Books, and Rainy from Rainy Day Reads, and it was just a blast. And so then I had planned to update after that because I had picked what I was going to read, but I didn't because Annie was crying. I had to put Ainsley down, and then I was just done for the night. So what I picked up was Not Like the Movies by Carrie Winfrey. And you guys, I am so excited. I'm buddy reading it with Bree from Falling for Romance on Instagram. I will leave her down below. She is just the kindest, most wonderful soul in the whole entire world. And I know she'll watch this because she is a wonderful friend and watches these all the time. And regardless of how crappy they are, she is so supportive. And so please go check her out on Instagram. She is fabulous. She takes wonderful pictures, and she gives me like coffee lust because she is big on coffee shops, and she's getting her master's, and so she studies, and just so many good aesthetic pictures. So now I'm gonna get off my Bree soapbox, but we are reading Not Like the Movies, and I am now like 80% of the way through it, and I am loving it so friggin' much. This is such a good follow-up to Waiting for Tom Hanks, which was one of my favorites. And this one is about Chloe and Nick. Chloe is Annie from the first book's best friend, and Nick is the coffee shop owner where Chloe works. And they like have like this kind of flirty, awkward relationship, but they both know that like they don't want to act on it because they don't want to like mess up things. And Chloe is bisexual, and she is also caring for her dad who has Alzheimer's. And so there's just a lot going on. Bree and I have been talking a lot just about how well this book does, or like how well this book captures the idea of like having to care for a parent or having to care for a special needs child or something. When you have to care for somebody who is so out of, like, it is so more important than anything, and it can be in the way of your job, it can be anything, but like this person, you like, they depend on you for their care. And when it's a parent, how there are a lot of mixed emotions with that. Like there's a little bit of resentment because you're not able to live your life. She is putting her dreams on hold because she's got to be there for her dad. And just the way it's handling that is so good. And I think there is not enough of that in books, because I mean, Bree and I both have situations that we can relate to having to care for somebody above all else. And I think a lot of people have that situation. And so being able to see that and see that done well is so good. And then I am laughing out loud at certain parts. Chloe is not the best character ever, but I really am enjoying her. And I'm just loving the relationship. Nick is like a book boyfriend, if those are a thing. He is just like patiently waiting for her and supporting her in whatever way he can, and I just love him, and I love everything that's going on. So this one, like Waiting for Tom Hanks, was very heavy in the Nora Ephron movie references. This one is referencing food and some music, and so I'm just loving it. Like, it's just, I think these are like perfect books. So if you haven't read them, please go check them out. If you didn't like Waiting for Tom Hanks, still try this one. You don't need to read them together, but I am enjoying doing that. So as far as today goes, I just went to the dentist. Oh, another reason I didn't update, because last night we were eating dinner, and I'm like trying to hurry so I can eat, get Annie fed, all that before the live show, and my temporary crown popped out. And so I'm like, F me. I was so frustrated because of course I would do that on a Friday night. So I called my dentist, and he was like, yeah, go get some glue, see if you can get it back on. If not, I will happily meet you. So I couldn't get it back on. So this morning I went there, he met me, put it back on, and that's what I just did. And now I'm picking up the rest of the family, and we're gonna go to the farmer's market. And then one of my best friends, she lives in Tennessee, she is in town, and so I think I might try to go see her this afternoon without kids, just because she's got a 3-year-old, and social distancing with kids is not a thing, and like with her being from somewhere else, I don't know. I'm gonna try to go when it's just me. So that's the plan, and I will check in later. Hey everyone, so the lighting is terrible, my face is kind of terrible, but it is almost 4 o'clock and I am just in my room, going to lay down for like just a few minutes until Ainsley gets up. But I wanted to let you know that I just finished Not Like the Movies by Carrie Winfrey, and I think I'm going to give it 5 stars. I just enjoyed it so much. And this book is about Chloe, and she's very flawed, somewhat annoying at times, but so relatable and well written, in my opinion. I saw some other reviews that said she was like annoying and stringing Nick along, which she was. But like Nick could have done his thing at any point. She was very like open about what she didn't want, which is commitment of any sort. And so I don't know that she was necessarily leading him on, because she was not saying she was going to be in a relationship with him ever. They have a chemistry that is undeniable, and for both of them, and like he does date somebody else at some point, and she's kind of salty about it, but like I just thought it was very relatable to me, or like not even relatable, but like understandable how she's feeling, and her reasons for being so anti-commitment are very, very understandable. And I just thought it was so good. And I loved seeing Annie and Drew from the first book. And I loved this book. I thought it was super cute. There were moments where I laughed out loud. There were really touching moments. Bree said she was highlighting all over the place, and I would have too if I was reading the physical copy, but I did mostly on audio. And I very much enjoyed this book. So I think it's going to be a 5 star. I can't think of a reason not to be. I'm really stingy with my 5 stars, but I can't think of a reason this wouldn't be 5 stars. So I think that's what it's going to be, and I would highly, highly recommend it. Now, I just came up here and I'm going to watch some YouTube and just try to relax for a few minutes and make dinner, and that's really it. Like, I don't know, it seems like both COVID and just the age of my kids, we never do anything fun. But really, it's like COVID just kind of makes socialization hard, so we Friday night, Saturday night do nothing. So that is awesome, and that's everything I have to say for right now. Earlier, we went to the farmer's market and we got so much stuff. I wanted to film a clip while we were there, but there were so many people, and I just was like, I had sometimes both of the kids, for sure Ainsley, because crowds and stuff, especially now in COVID days, make her like nervous, and she's really shy anyway, so it's like she just was clinging on, so I couldn't get any videos. But we got a canary melon, which I guess is like a honeydew. We got some weird type of squash that I've never seen before. We got let's see, what else do we get? We got a yellow watermelon. We got zucchini, yellow squash, some green tomatoes is what Ainsley wanted. So then we got home and I was making lunch and made a whole lunch for her, and she wanted a green tomato. So I was like, okay, and she said, leave it whole. Okay, and so I just gave her the salt shaker, and she ate a green tomato for lunch. So weirdo. I ate some of it, and they're just green tomatoes, I think, are just unripe tomatoes, so they're really crunchy and have like almost no flavor, but she liked it. And then I put the rest in the oven to roast, just because I don't know like how to eat them or cook them or whatever. So I didn't want to go through the hassle of making fried green tomatoes, because that is a mess and time consuming, and so I didn't want to do it. So I just put them in, I quartered them and put them in the oven and let them roast for a long time, so we'll see how they turn out. So let's see, yeah, and then we got home, ate lunch, and then I don't know if I've talked about it before, but Ainsley has like a strange gift for choreography. If you turn on a dance video, she'll watch it once or twice and then have the moves down. And one of her favorites, I know I've talked about her obsession with NSYNC and Bye Bye Bye. It's been her favorite song for as long as I can remember. And so she wanted to watch that music video. And so we did. And then she, like on the suggested things on YouTube was their whole concert in Madison Square Garden. So we watched the beginning of that, and it was so good. I miss those days, because those were like my prime tween and teen days. So that was really fun. And then put her down. I've been working on some YouTube stuff, and then now I'm up here. So like I said, no plans the rest of the night, so I will check in later. I don't know if I'm going to pick anything up tonight, but I will let you know when I do. Hey everyone, it is Sunday and it's like 4:15 and I'm just getting on to update and let you know what I picked up last night. So I picked up Unleashed by Diana Palmer, which is either number 50 or 51 in her something Tall Texans series, but I think they're all companions, I'm sure. I'm not like missing anything by being on number 50 and just popping in. So this one is about Clancy and I think his name is Banks maybe, and she works for him. He investigates cold cases. So he's got this cold case where this elderly man has gone missing, and years later they still don't know who did it, but there is like everybody kind of knows who did it. It's this guy who's in jail for manslaughter and other different things. Like, he is just a very violent man, and so he is about to get released, and so that's what's being talked about. Well, Clancy doesn't tell him, but the old man that is missing is her grandfather. So, and the guy who's in jail was her stepbrother, and he hurt her and her little brother. That's, I think, what he's in jail for. And so she, of course, is terrified that he's about to get out, and so she's trying to like keep it together and not tell Burns or Barnes or Banks or whatever his name is. And so she's trying to keep that a secret. And she is in charge of raising her little brother, who is like, I don't know, 16 or 17 years younger than she is. She's in her mid-20s and he's like 9. And so she's in charge of raising him. Her dad, I don't know who it is, his dad died, and her mom died, and so she is the sole caregiver for this little boy. So she doesn't have enough money to like do anything extra at all. She walks to work. She had this job that she loved, but the guy got a different title, and so he moved into the city and it's too far for her to walk. So she works for this guy, Burns, Banks, whatever his name is, and he is so grouchy and keeps like trying to get her to quit, but he doesn't have anybody else. He wanted a man to be his like secretary, but no men applied, and the other girls were all very much like dressed to impress, and he didn't want that, and so he hired Clancy. And Clancy is very innocent and kind of mousy and whatever. She has just spent her whole life like taking care of her brother, which is kind of similar to what I was just talking about, and not like the movies, but this time it's not done in nearly as much depth or anything. And so, long story short, it's their romance, and I think it's just okay. I really don't like, so the guy has this girl, like the one who got away, and she comes back, and she is now uber conservative, and she does not agree with like guns and that kind of stuff. She is very conservative dressing, and it's very derogatory towards her. And like, she's a Christian now, which is like a negative thing, and as a Christian I find it kind of offensive. And yes, like I had said, my reason for not wanting to pick this one up very much is because I had heard it's a lot of alpha male, and he's more just like grouchy than alpha, but it's also very much like, if you don't believe in cows and hunting and all that kind of stuff, then you are wrong. And if you're a Christian, you are wrong. And if you dress conservatively, you are wrong. And I'm a Christian. I'm also a vegetarian. And so it's kind of, the way it's coming off is kind of offensive. I can see like his perspective being that, because he also like has some cattle, I think, or something. And so I can see why he would think that, but the way it is coming off, like the way the author is writing it, is not good in my opinion. And like, because Clancy is all about it, and they're very much ganging up on this girl. Everybody's talking about how much she's changed and how negative it is, and I just really am not appreciating that. So I'm not quite done. I'm listening to it on Scribd on audio, and I've got like almost 2 hours left, so it's about an hour because I listed on 2 times speed. But I don't think I'll get it done tonight because it's 4:15, and today we have, what have we been doing? We all kind of got a late start to the day, and then we went for a walk, and Ainsley rode her little bike, and then we did church, and we've just kind of been playing. I don't really know where the day has gone. Nothing exciting really has happened. We spent some time outside, and obviously we're still outside. So we're going to go in. I think I'm going to do exercise class on YouTube, and then make dinner. Tonight is Sabbath snack, so we're doing frozen pizza and leftovers and the weird squash that I got from the farmer's market. I'll try to insert a picture somewhere of it cooked because I cooked it this morning and I have no idea what it's going to taste like or anything. So that's really everything we're going to do. The Royals are playing a doubleheader right now, and so I think it's a doubleheader, and so we might watch that. And that's really it. So if you have watched this vlog, thank you so much for making it to the end. It's kind of messy, kind of not great, but I apologize. I'm trying to get better about it. We just aren't really doing anything, so there's not much to see. But if you've read any of the books I read, let me know. If you are excited for The Roommate Problem, which at this point will come out tomorrow, Monday the 10th. Not Like the Movies is out. What other arc did I read? I read... The Switch by Beth O'Leary. Let me know if you are excited for any of those. If you read arcs, just let me know your thoughts. And I really want to hear your thoughts on Waiting for Tom Hanks and the Not Like the Movies. And because I think I like Not Like the Movies better. So these books also count for the summer fling, and I haven't been very good at updating that as I've gone along. But The Shadow Wife was disability rep because she had that aneurysm, and so then she was disabled, and a lot of the book revolved around that. And then Not Like the Movies counted for diversity because our main character Chloe is bisexual, her brother is gay, and so I think that's sexual diversity. And then The Switch counted for sweet and clean, and The Roommate Problem counted for hot and spicy, which some of you probably would not think it's hot and spicy, but for me it was not fade to black completely, so I'm calling it hot and spicy. And then Unleashed counted for down home country. So that I am doing really good on that board, shockingly. And there's an author called I can't remember her name, I keep forgetting it, but I'll put it up somewhere here. And I've been really wanting to try her, and Bree from Falling for Romance recommended her, and so I really wanted to try her. So I got on Hoopla, and she has a category romance. So I didn't think I'd hit that category or that prompt, but I think I'm going to with that author because I want to try her. She is a Black woman who writes like some women's fiction and romance, and so I really want to give her a shot and see what I think. And so I'm going to listen to that probably next, but you'll see that in the next week's vlog. So now for real, I'm done. If you've read any of these books, let me know. If you have anything fun to talk about, let me know, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.